Well, hello there, Kansas City. Steven St. John here with your latest episode of Hot Mic with SSJ. And first, thank you to our wonderful sponsors, including Patrick Carter, KCFarmersAgent.com. Get more information about Patrick Carter and why you should choose local when it comes to your agent, KCFarmersAgent.com, and also CBD American Shaman. If you go to CBD American Shaman and get some vape, this podcast will be funnier and it'll make more sense. So go ahead and get a little buzz from CBD American Shaman and meet us back here on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever you listen or watch your favorite podcast. So as you can see, we are hooked up, not with the Unabomber, but with our good friend Jake Gutierrez, who has promised to keep us updated. Now, this is going to be more of a brief, just kind of check-in with Jake, and then later on, hopefully, he'll still agree to come on with us once a month, and we can get deep into some of the things that we had talked about earlier, some of the things we never got to, right? The fifth, sixth, and seventh, what were they? The
densities.
Yeah, so we only got to the fourth density, right?
Right.
So other people want to know about these other.
We still got work to do.
These other fucking densities, and so let's start with the fact that you just found out about Russell Wilson being traded to the Denver Broncos. So now we are about to reveal what the Denver Broncos gave up for Russell Wilson. Jake had no idea he's been in his cabin, Colorado, and didn't fucking know that Russell Wilson got traded. So here we are. Ready? Seattle gets Drew Lock, tight end Noah Fant, defensive lineman Shelby Harris, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks,
what the fuck,
and a 5th-round pick.
Are you shitting me?
For Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick. Your immediate reaction to that, Jay?
Holy shit! That's a boatload. I mean, but the Broncos have to do something in this division for a quarterback. I mean, they clearly had a solid defense last year, and they couldn't figure out the court. I mean, the coaching change is going to help too, obviously. But man, I don't know. I think everybody's taking out a page out of the Rams book, right?
Right.
I mean, that's what we're seeing here.
Here's the approach. Fuck these draft picks is what the approach is.
Right, right.
So do you think they gave up too much, or are you of the opinion, screw it, we got to do something, give us Russell Wilson?
Oh, I mean, I think pretty highly of Danger Russ. No, I don't. I mean, they couldn't go out. I mean, he's the best guy on the market that you can get probably right now. I mean, Rodgers just re-signed, as you just told me, with the Packers. So I mean, they went out and they went out and got the best available quarterback, and I mean that's what you got to do. And whatever you got to give, you got to give. We see how important that position is, especially in this division. But damn,
that's a lot.
Wilson and Mahomes now. Jesus.
And and the report is that Rodgers is signing a 4-year, $200 million extension with the Packers. So
good for him, man.
That's exactly
I'm a
right.
big A-Rod guy. He's got sweet hair, so.
Okay, so before we move on to what you're doing, rank the AFC West quarterbacks, please.
Oh, I mean, if I had a draft and I was drafted, it'd go Mahomes, Herbert, Wilson, and then Carr.
That's right.
I mean,
correct. Nailed it.
Yeah, the cabin hasn't totally made me lose my marbles, so right. I still kind of,
Okay.
If there's one thing I will pay attention to moving forward, it'll be the NFL, man. It's king.
Everywhere I fucking go. Where is Jake? How is Jake? So let's tackle those two questions. Where is Jake?
Jake is now in Buena Vista, Colorado, in the cabin. This right here. It's my bunk beds.
Why do you have bunk beds, first of all? That's the number one question.
It was a demand. I had to have the top bunk. I grew up. I don't know if I've ever talked about this before, but I slept in bunk beds until I was 17 years old.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Very similar to the St. John kids. I go ahead and tell you that right now.
No, I mean, for real. Like, I didn't have my own room until I was a senior in high school.
Good.
And me and my brother shared a room. So So I'm 17, man. I sleep on the top bunk at 17 years old.
You feel comfortable with that, don't you?
I feel right at home, man. So
Hey.
no, I'm in the cabin in Colorado. I spent some time in Colorado Springs, and I've talked about it before. The men's advancement. That's how I found Buena Vista. I do a men's advancement. This was the 6th year I've done it, and it's just it's a group of about 70 or 80 guys with the stated purpose that we go up the mountain, the men that we are, and we come down. We try to be better men than we went up, and it's we call it an advancement because we say men of courage. We don't retreat, we advance.
That's right.
And it's a spiritual. We just do. We get closer to God and just closer to each other and get vulnerable as men, which I think we all could do in this society right now. We grew up, men don't cry, that kind of stuff. You're not a real man if you show your emotions and all that stuff that, our fathers were taught and their fathers taught them that, and they needed that for the time that they were living in. And I think times are changing where, men need to be in touch with their feminine side. And that's we talk about holy people, and whole as in a whole person, right, is a man who's in touch with their feminine qualities so they can, you're a father, you can be feminine around your daughters and be soft and vulnerable and around your wives and girlfriends and then also have that leadership quality of a masculine man who, that's definitely, and, this is just an opinion, in our current structure of society, that is lacking giantly, in my opinion, and for many reasons, but not to get off a tangent. So I'm in Buena Vista, Colorado. Been in Colorado Springs for a little bit, did some hiking around there and kind of just did some decompressing. Because Colorado Springs is a great town, Manitou Springs area, but it's it's a city. I mean, it's almost as big as Kansas City. It's about 1.5 million people. But Buena Vista is about 9,000 people. It's a different speed, a different altitude. I'm living at about 9,500 feet above sea level right now. So honestly, it's taxing on your body to live at this kind of altitude. It takes an adjustment, and you got to drink tons of water, and you just kind of got to move slower. I just go through my day more cognizantly, just kind of more, it's a different pace of life. I woke up this morning, and the first thing I did is I chopped some wood for my fire, got a fire going, made my coffee, did my morning practices of meditation and prayer and intentions, but and that's where I got on this call. It's not, I'm an hour behind you, so it's a different way of living, man. It's altitude taxes your body. I mean, it physically, you feel it. And so I'm trying to get more sleep, trying to drink more water, and ultimately, I gave myself kind of a grace period. I'm going to really start cracking down on the book next week.
There we go.
And there's going to be some stuff I'm coming out with. There's going to be, I'm going to launch a website for the book, Samurai of Soul, and you can pre-order it. I'm getting that all set up, in the next week or two. So next time I come on, I'll join you. I'll have more information about where you can pre-order, and there'll be a book design. You'll see probably a landing page for, my aunt's helping me out. She is actually a book designer. She's designed over 100 books for many authors. So it worked out, it's pretty awesome. She's a graphic design artist. She worked at the New York Art Institute, and she actually, some cool facts about my aunt. She's a brilliant woman. This is my mom's oldest sister, my Aunt Lori from New York. She helped design the original logo for the Charlotte Hornets. She was living in Charlotte, North Carolina. And that was after she did work. You remember this, people our age, she did work with Coca-Cola on Max Headroom.
Sure.
So she was on that team that put together Max Headroom. So she's a brilliant woman, and she's gonna help me design the book, and so I'm getting my ducks in line because this book is getting close. I just gotta get some things in order, but people will be able to pre-order a pre-sale for this thing, and as we get moving. So I'm hoping next month when I come on here with you, I'll have a website and a landing page, and and the book will be closer to being done, and actual people will be able to. Yeah, because I get that a lot, and I want to say this, man. I'm just now getting through. It took me a while to get through a lot of emails and tweets and Instagram direct messages. Man, I can't. The listeners of Sports Radio 810 and the fans of the Border Patrol, and the fans of you and Nate and myself. Fuck, dude. I thought I had an idea. I had no fucking idea how awesome our listeners are, and our viewers, and the people that devote time and energy into a product that we put out for, you and I 20 years, and you guys are still pumping it out strong. Man, that's something I know you and Nate don't take for granted, but I never took it for granted, but I just didn't know the magnitude, the overwhelming support and love, and touching stories. And if I haven't got to you, I'm trying to get to everybody, and I will. I've gotten to a lot, but if I haven't got to you yet, just be patient with me. I'm getting through that. It honestly, man, when it first happened, I had to put my phone away for a couple of days because it was so emotionally overwhelming and not debilitating, but it's like I couldn't devote the energy that it deserved, because what we went through and the shows that we did, and that was emotionally draining. And so just for that, it was awesome, and I want to say thank you to anybody who took some time out to reach out to me. A big love you back and thank you. And if I haven't got back to you personally, be patient with me. I will. But yeah, I mean, that's nothing that you didn't know, Stephen. But man, it was real, and it's awesome, and I hope it only keeps going.
Couple of follow-up points there. I don't take it for granted. Nate absolutely takes it for granted. He doesn't fucking care. He's wrapped up in his own world. Number two, and I received a whole bunch of emails and responses as well. There's zero chance I will answer all those. I've given up. I barely answer text messages from family members. And so I apologize, but know that I read them, most of them, and I love you. And so a blanket, everyone that responded with kind words, I love all of you. Thank you so much. Nate's too self-absorbed to even fucking look at that shit, so I could promise you that. And then number three, don't ever feel bad about sleeping in a bunk bed. Steve St. John Sr. was sleeping in a bunk bed when he was 40 years old, so he had no choice. He liked it a lot. So, he always on top, though. Got to have the top, so that's a lot of shankings going on. And so, okay, so now, you answered my next question about the book. So you're getting ready to dive back into that. And so when you do come on and you have the website launch and the book cover design and everything else, that'll be an appearance on the Border Patrol so you could reach everyone, because I don't know why, but not everyone listens to this podcast. They should. It's bullshit that they don't. And so let's get that hooked up. You'll come on the show and also come on the podcast. And so you mentioned reading all of the emails and the tweets and the messages. Once, it's one thing to think about doing something, and then it's another thing to actually do it. And then you get out there, and then there you are. And so how's that been for you to do something and to make the decision to do something that was such a big moment in your life? Now you're doing it. How do you feel mentally that you did take that big step and you're out there in Colorado living out what you plan to do?
I'm still processing, man. There's a style of living that I've been accustomed to for basically my whole adult life, right? I mean, since I was 23 years old. 22, right? I wake up and I go into either Arts Mexican Products or go into Sports Radio 810. That's all I've ever known. So I'm trying to be really patient with myself. There's some tough times, man. There's no bullshitting about it. There's a lot of processing that's going through, but I'm absolutely ready for this challenge. So there's not. I mean, I would be lying to you if I said doubt never creeps in my mind or fear doesn't enter my brain and I start questioning myself and decisions. That's human nature. But the work I've done on myself to this point has equipped me to answer those questions. And when that fear arises, to open up my toolbox and say, this is irrational. You're doing the right thing. This is why. I know my why deep down inside, and that is the trump of all trumps. Like, I can lay that card down at any time, and it really subsides any negative emotions that take over me. But also, man, there's a sadness too that I'm not ignoring. Because
What's the biggest thing you miss about Kansas City and about what you left behind, besides me?
The familiarity of home. I mean, there's not ever a day I have to pull out my phone and really turn on the GPS. I know where I'm going almost all the time. I pull out of my driveway and I just go. The familiarity, how do we fucking say that word?
Right.
Familiarity.
That's right.
Familiarity of the home. Overland Park, Kansas, a place I was born, a place I lived my whole life, a place I worked. So I just, that comfort. I miss the people. I miss, seeing my regular friends, you guys. That's the thing I miss the most. The people. The people is what make that city great. And but they're not gone, and I can go visit anytime. But the daily. Right? That's the new custom that I'm getting used to.
So, so for you now, like you mentioned that you got up and you literally chopped some fucking wood. You're out there like a fucking lumberjack. Did you eat any flapjacks, by the way, afterwards, or is that not?
I haven't eaten yet, man. I do my intermittent fasting, so I'll wait till about noon, and I'll probably have a grapefruit and some avocado toast or something.
So then what? So you're not following any sports? You're not.
I haven't. No.
Don't fucking lie. Don't fucking lie to me.
I swear, dude. I swear on my. I don't want to. I never swear on my parents' grave because that's ridiculous. But I swear on my honor. You know how much I value that. I haven't seen a second of sports.
When did you find out that KU won the Big 12? Don't tell me you're not fucking. Don't tell me you're not.
No, I mean I get on Twitter here and there.
You do.
Saw Jesse Newell tweet out about it, and Mark Bowrichter brought that picture of Coach K, man.
What about?
I saw Dan Ravel tweet out a picture of Coach K from 1980, and I can't deny the likenesses of a young Jake Gutierrez in that picture.
Have you been following Tyrann Mathieu tweets from Colorado by any chance?
Only through Mark Bowrichter. Bowrichter, I don't follow the Honey Badger on Twitter.
You should.
But I probably should. You're right. But everybody else retweets them, so I see. I try to keep my followers at 999. How many people I follow?
Why?
I don't know. I think that's a nice number. So if I want to follow somebody, then I go unfollow somebody.
So there's no fucking reason why you only have 999 followers. It's just superstition.
I've never gone over, like, if I go over 1,000 on accident, I'll go back under. I've never been over 1,000. I just don't do it.
All right, hey. So I think we lost the signal for the Zoom. So we're just audio now. I don't fucking care. I just wanted to talk to you. Some little bastard wanted to come in here and say hi to you. So see if you recognize this voice.
Hey, what's up there, you little barrel ass?
Hey, scum nuts. Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Dude?
How are you, man?
Man? What's going down?
I saw your beautiful face. I just walked by Messner's office and I saw you on here on Zoom, and I was like, I gotta say hi to that son of a bitch.
You missed a big moment. I told him exactly what the Broncos gave up for Russell Wilson. He was flabbergasted. He had no fucking idea. He lost his shit.
What do you think, man? Big price?
Giant price, but you got to fucking do it, man. If you want a shot at this division, you got to do it. I mean, whatever they wanted, you give him. He's the best guy on the market, in my opinion. So you got. I mean, everybody's taking a page out of the Rams book.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I just want you to know that every day after the show now, I'm in charge of posting the podcast. And so I'm in your old studio every day, and I don't know what it is, but now when salespeople come in there, I just motherfuck them. I just cuss them out. I don't know what happened.
And let me tell you this. So I came up with a new weekly format. I book all the guests on Sunday, and while I'm doing that, I motherfuck you. How's that sound?
That's the worst.
How's that?
That is easily the worst part of that job, without a doubt.
Oh, dude.
damn.
Already like the first week, I got the, hey, I can't do this. I got to be there. So can you move me to this day? Well, I can't do that day. Can you do this? I'm like, fuck every one of you. How about that? Can you do that?
Hey, I also want you to know this, Jake, because then what also happens, we had like a little birthday gathering in my house on Sunday, so I was away from my phone. About an hour and a half later, I come back, and there's a message from Steven about this guest, and then another one about this guest, and then another one about this guest.
Fucking answer.
And then the last one says, send me a fucking smoke signal if you're getting any of these text messages.
Oh, shit.
I was like,
I'm
sorry, man.
I'm sorry, Steve. I mean, I do feel for you, man. That's not.
Because I don't want to fuck with it during the week. So I said I booked the whole show out, for the on Sunday, and so that way I know, and I can see it all out on the full week, and then right off the bat, I fucking and it actually has been great for me to connect off the air with some of the guests I don't normally get a chance to. So like I was texting to Corsi, and he goes, "Oh, so you're taking Jake's place?" He goes, "Good luck with that." And I'm like, "Fuck you, Mike," so all this shit. And then
that's the coolest part, right, man? That's the relationships I got to develop behind the scenes with all of our awesome guests. I mean, that is easily that is the I totally get what you're saying. You think you have the table set and you're about to cut into that prime rib, and then someone just rips it off the table.
Let me tell you something. I don't know who it is. I was about ready to kick Bloomer's dentist's ass because he had one dentist appointment, then he moved it. And I'm going to say, tell me who this motherfucker is, and I'm going to tell them about appointments.
Yeah,
all right?
Jake actually wants to go see that dentist for some knee work, though.
Right,
so,
exactly right.
Hey, dude, I'm going to get out of the way. You guys do your thing, but I just want to come
We're wrapping up. Hang on. We only got five more minutes.
Okay.
Close the show
I just didn't want to
with
get in the way, but I want to say hi to your ass. I miss you, man.
It's really just a check in. The Zoom went tits up, so we can't do that. But and also
beautiful Ted Kaczynski face.
It appeared to be the fucking Unabomber. I thought he was going to present his manifesto right after we started.
Looks like you got a top bunk over there. You sleeping on the top bunk or the bottom bunk?
No,
there,
he's
dude?
a top bunk guy. You can't fuck around.
You already covered that.
He's already talked about. He's kind of decompressed, and he's getting ready to dive into that book coming up. Because people keep asking, where's this fucking? So I said, next week or next month he's going to launch a website and have the book cover, and we're going to have him on the actual show.
Okay.
So we tell him about it. But do you have? Before we close out with our initial check-in with Mountain Jake, do you have any questions for him? Anything you've heard from people, or anything that you want to ask him about what he's doing, or something that he left unanswered before we let him get back to chopping wood?
Are you hunting any of your own food yet?
Not yet. I've just ordered a deer target for my bow. I got a compound bow.
So people don't know you're going to be bow hunting up there, right?
Yeah, I mean, once it's season's back around, but yeah.
Right. But that's what you plan on. And Mike Boddicker was.
I'm going to go donate the meat to people who don't have food.
There we go. And Boddicker was giving you lessons, wasn't he? Is that right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He took me. Yeah. He's the one who taught me how to shoot a bow, man.
All right. So could you go out there right now, and if it was the season, would you be able to hunt something? Or are you that good with your bow and arrow?
Oh yeah, I could kill something.
I don't think so. I don't believe you.
Oh,
you can kill something.
Yeah, like what? Like what are you fucking talking about? Like a fucking deer that's already on the side of the road? Like what are you? Like what?
I put out of this misery.
But you're good.
I'm a good shot. I'm a good shot. If I'm about 25 yards, I'm good. I'll hit the kill zone.
Oh, well, there we go. All right. And so then, what are you eating up there? Then you told me you're gonna have some avocado toast later. And some grapefruit. So what else? What else is it? Still like nuts and berries?
I'm going till Monday, and then I'm gonna do a water fast, and then Stephen, next time we talk, I will probably be looping.
So then you're finally gonna start drinking your own urine.
Yes, sir.
You're close.
Why? So now what's happened?
Very close.
What has led you to take that next step? To just now you feel comfortable up there in the cabin?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, my consumption of calories is going to be less because I'm not running up here right now. My knee's a little jacked. I've been hiking a lot.
Yeah.
But when I'm doing the book,
Good, because I told you to take a fucking hike, and I'm glad you listened to me.
Well, I took it literally.
Yeah.
I took it literally.
Well, he
So
really did.
you've been hiking because of your knee, and so you enjoy that.
Do you have to test your urine before you drink it with anything, or you just know that it's ready to go?
your pH balance?
Yeah, right?
Good. I do have a pH tester for the water. I got my water machine hooked up yesterday.
Oh, good.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal, man. That's
Yeah, I
a big
know.
fucking deal.
So okay, now this is an honest question. So when you start looping, do you drink it fresh out of the spigot? Do you refrigerate it, or is it like right?
You just sit upside down and try to aim correctly.
Yeah, but I mean,
Man, I go right into a glass, and then I'll probably pour some water in there and just swirl it down.
like a nice hot frothy drink? I don't know. I don't know if you refrigerate it or you
You drink it hot or cold.
throw a couple ice cubes in there. Or?
As fresh as you can get it.
Oh, that's
Fresh as you
good.
can get it.
That's the only way I'll have it is nice, hot, and fresh. Okay, before we let you go with our initial Jake check-in, I know you said there was a heartfelt reply to all the people that have reached out to you and contacted you. Anything else you want to say to the people that might be listening to this episode that maybe you've been thinking about the past couple of weeks that you've been up in Colorado?
Go fuck yourself first,
Right. There we go. That makes a difference. Absolutely.
No, man. I'll reiterate what I said is that I've never taken for granted anytime I've been recognized out in public eating dinner or being out with you guys at a remote or whatever. I've always I try to listen to people and give them my attention and be fully present with them, and so that it's always been awesome. I've always known that we have a following that is unlike any other, unmatched in my opinion in the Kansas City area, and but the magnitude and just I guess the impact we have on a daily basis of people's lives is it's a powerful thing, and it doesn't go unnoticed by you two, I know for sure, and it's not something that you guys. I know Nate takes it for granted.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
He tells me that all the time.
But I mean,
this.
People make us part of their day, They wake up with us, and then so that's an awesome thing that that people. I've said this before on past interviews with you guys and podcasts that we've done, that the most valuable commodity that we have on planet Earth is time, because it's the only thing that we haven't been able to replicate yet. And so, any point that somebody gives you that time, they're investing the most valuable commodity, in my opinion, and that's not for that. I'll never take that lightly, ever. Whether it's people who read my tweets or watch a video on Instagram, that's thank you. And so just a big thank you. And like I said, I will get back to every person that took the time that was a listener of Sports Radio 810 and my time there on any show, especially the Border Patrol that I was a part of, that took the time out to write even a little note to me on Twitter or Instagram or in my email, on Grindr, whatever.
Yeah, right. Overwhelming response on Grindr.
Overwhelming.
Yeah. No, I will answer you back. Just be patient. I've gotten to a lot of them. Right now, I think I've got through almost all my DMs on. I didn't know there's requests, and so I get through all these DMs. And I'm like, oh man, thank God. And I what requests? And I click on requests, and I was like all over again. So
once I figured that out, I now have 4 fucking years of DMs to answer. So.
Yeah, I remember I had to go. When I figured that out, I went back, and all of a sudden I'm like, there was a 3-day period where there was a whole lot of "fuck you, man," and I was like, oh, that was the day I held up the piece of paper.
He got to live through that again. So something else I'm gonna tell you, and this is the truth, because we have not named your successor yet. That's going to be happening soon. But until then, the person that has been filling in for you, save for 4 days, every day has been the Drake. And let me tell you, he is ready to fucking strangle you. I can tell you that right now because it all got put on his lap. But that's fine because the Drake, he does it all. You know that this station would not function without Jason Justice. But maybe if you still have his number or something, maybe pass him a note or send him a fucking...
and I love you.
Yeah, send him a pajamagram or something. I don't know.
Because I'm curious if he saw the new Batman. I actually, when I was in the Colorado Springs last week, I went and saw the new Batman.
Did they play the fucking Elvis trailer?
Yes, they did.
Dude.
Yeah.
I fucking watched that trailer 50 times if I watched it once. That's the greatest movie that's ever been made, and I haven't seen it yet. That's how I feel.
That looks phenomenal. I mean, I'm not a big Tom Hanks fan, but it looks phenomenal.
But you loved the Batman movie?
I loved the Batman movie.
It wasn't too long?
I was shocked. No, man, I didn't think it was too long. It was great. I'm not a Robert Pattinson fan.
Now you are.
I did. Well, I am, but I had hope for it because he was in the Tenet, and we all know I love Christopher Nolan. He's my favorite director that's ever been born and lived on this planet. But he was great in the Tenet, and so I had a little bit of hope that that's the first time I'd ever liked him because I was, Twilight, I was Team Jacob. You guys know that.
Right. You love Team Jacob because you're Jacob. You are Team Jacob.
Right. And so, no, I enjoyed the new Batman thoroughly. I thought it was great. It was shot well. It kind of had like a 60s, 70s vibe-ish to it. But I thought Robert Pattinson did a great job. And what's his name from... that's how quick. The HBO show that with the cyborgs and all that stuff. What's that name of that?
Westworld?
Westworld. The guy from Westworld was in it.
Which one?
The one that was interviewed Dolores the whole time.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course. He was. So you liked? He was. Jeffrey Wright. Is that right?
Yeah. Jeffrey Wright.
Okay.
He was great in it too. He played Commissioner Gordon. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he's awesome. Okay, so just to reiterate before we let you go, you're safe, you're happy, you're in Colorado, you're sleeping in a top bunk even though you're alone, which is real fucking odd, in the cabin. You are days away from drinking your own urine. You have not finished the book, but you have an attack plan and you're ready to the full court blitz with website, book cover, everything will be happening next month. You'll appear on the Border Patrol, and you are not following sports, and you have not watched TV. So anything that happens is you're just totally, you have no idea what the fuck's going on back in Kansas City with the Chiefs and everything else.
Not firsthand. I mean, like I said, I'm still on Twitter. People can tweet at me if you want. I'm on Instagram. I'll start being more active on there, I would say, in the next 3 or 4 weeks. I will be super, super active. You'll see. Maybe I'll put some videos of me chopping the actual fucking wood.
We'd like to see that, yeah.
Me building a fire. Maybe some hikes that I go on and stuff like that.
Do one video of eating some fucking flapjacks. Just eat some flapjacks for me.
Yeah.
A big stack of
cakes
pancakes.
on the griddle.
Sunday I'm gonna make some pancakes and have some coffee on Sunday. That's something I'm gonna do every Sunday. It's pancakes and coffee every Sunday.
That's
so
what I
will do that. I'll shoot some video. And then, when I start looping, I'll take video of me drinking my piss.
And we'll post it.
Yep.
We'd love to see that. Nate, say goodbye to Jake. Then we're going to have him on next month for his launch and everything.
Love you, man. Hang in there.
See you later, buddy.
And we'll talk to you soon. All right, pal.
All right, Jake, thank you very much for filling us in on everything. So now I can quit having to answer the fucking question, where is Jake? How is Jake? There it is. Jake is fine. Jake is excited. And Jake is ready to drink his own pee. So we're all looking forward to that. Jake, brother, we love you. Thank you so much for the time.
Love you, man.
Get ready for next month because the recurring role on the Hot Mic and your first appearance as a guest on the Border Patrol is right around the corner. So you better fucking be prepared. And you better answer me when I try to book you because booking this show sucks balls. All right?
Hey,
don't fuck me on this.
I'm going to hold you to that. I better be a monthly guest on this Hot Mic, man. I'm going to hold you to that shit.
That's right. That's exactly right. All right, Jake, we're out. Thank you so much. That is Jake Gutierrez live from Colorado. Until next episode, the microphone is off.